today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the BYU Cougars and the Kansas Jayhawks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the BYU Cougars offense will have the opening possession of the game. And comes L.J. Martin. This guy's one of the best running backs in all of college football, and he'll get the rock in this one. Give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Right side, it's Casper. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. BYU with the 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Here comes the heat. Out wide right, it's Casper. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And these plays are so hard to stop, man. You're giving your elite speed guys a chance to get to the edge in the most crowded part of the field. So it wasn't a home run, it wasn't a touchdown, but you like those little positive gains that makes the next down more manageable, and you like getting your playmakers in space.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time. getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Jayhawks decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. And he's gonna get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. There he goes. Touchdown, Jayhawks. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
At midfield, he's got room. There's some room. Inside the 10. They knock him down after an explosive play, and it was all because of the perfectly timed pitch. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. From the red zone, it's Martin. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Cougars!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds the tight end. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. And the Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls it on the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. Right side, it's Edwards. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. He smashes his way through again. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Wants to throw one first. Makes the catch. It's Bachmeier. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Snap on 1st down. Wants to throw. Throws to the tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Smashes through the tackle, and he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cougars.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeps it moving. It's Edwards. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Direct snap. It's Jenkins. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Jayhawks will punt it away on fourth down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to the big tight end. And they're not on the same page there. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Making his first move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They've gotten very little done on their first three possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Play action on first down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Flying out to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Kansas.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hands it off. He's got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Cougars just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You've still got to deal, and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw, and it keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch.
Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14.
Snags it, and there's running room. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Selling the fake. Fires to the tight end. No chance to run, but still a good gain. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end, can catch the football and make big plays.
The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Got it in the middle. It's Bachmeier. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Just when you think you have this offense penned down, they come up with a play like that. Now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 35. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might as well run him again. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Under pressure. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back. And as an added bonus, they get the first down.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this.
Diving for the goal line, and the ball's knocked free. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with Appalachian State taking on the UL Monroe Warhawks.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Hey guys, the Cougars head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. Makes one man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Not a lot of room to field this one. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Holly, what do you have?
Here on the Cougars sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate.
Into the secondary on the right. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half.
Touchdown, BYU! And the stomping has commenced. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. On to attempt the try. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. From deep, it's Parker. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls it. Leaves it in his belly. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Trying to get outside, it's Edwards. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively.
Snags it and he's open. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Jayhawks look to keep this drive humming. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just got rid of that one.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating an...
They've got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It's good.
And coaches sometimes can get hesitant, right? With a long field goal, 40-plus yards into the wind, sometimes you'll see them go for it or punt the football. They believe in their kicker. And how about that? Drives it through the wind, 3 points on the board.
With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Here on the Cougars sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game.
Picked off, that's number 15 on the year.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Quick give. It's Edwards. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Edwards. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Right back to the well. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep...
Makes the grab in their space. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. As we head to the fourth quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Hand it to the back. Got the first down. Breaks into the open. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Going to take a shot. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
On the move. He's going to take off. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it here on 4th down. At the 45 on its way. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. And the Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Nice grab in traffic. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snapped on 4th down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Jayhawks want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Look out! And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Got to make the play on 4th. He's going to take a shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
He breaks a tackle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Changing the routes with his receivers. Could be an alley. Oh, what a cut! Touchdown, Cougars! And the pummeling has started. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen.
There he goes. Touchdown, Rock Chop. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Cougars sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Long way to go on 2nd down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Looking for room at the 30. That'll be a 1st down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one. Now the Jayhawks have exhausted their complement of timeouts. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.